I'm here today to talk to you about the pandemic protocol in the Superior Court of Justice for criminal cases. This all started about mid-March or so, and obviously the pandemic hit, the COVID-19 pandemic, and the Ministry of Attorney General says, what do we need to do with the court system? We can't have people coming into the court until we get this all sorted out. So what happened is they largely paused the Superior Court of Justice for criminal cases in many aspects. For example, for both in custody, that is people who are sitting in jail, and out of custody cases, people who are been released and waiting for trial, all those trials were suspended. They went over. So it was creating this great backlog of delay. There was great concern for the people in custody because they're waiting for their trial, they're waiting to plead guilty, they're waiting for bail, they're waiting for a bail review, they're waiting for their appeal. Some of those matters were able to proceed. They were able to proceed, obviously, with guilty pleas because that was urgent. They weren't able to proceed with trials. They did some appeals. So that all went on over the course of this spring and summer. But for non-urgent matters out of custody, nothing much happened with those particular cases. There was an opportunity to plead guilty in certain instances virtually, but not in a limited way. And each region had different protocols that you should read about and open up to different aspects. So it gets very complicated on the website. You'd have to spend a couple hours reading it. I would encourage you to. But the bottom line is trials were suspended and limited guilty pleas except for in custody matters. No, those are essential. Those are urgent. They needed to take place, and that went on. Now, there was great deals to be had, I might add, because of the perceived backlog that it was creating, a cascading cases of when are we going to get to all these trials. More recently, they announced the resumption of trials, criminal trials, in the Superior Court of Justice on July 6th. The problem is there was only about 53 courtrooms renovated so far. That's a very small subset of the number of courtrooms in the province, first of all. And bear in mind, Superior Court of Justice also serves divorce cases and civil cases, so those cases have to be shared. But criminal cases take priority. And of course, people who are in custody, they need there's languishing. That started on September 6th. Guilty pleas are still continuing for in-custody people, obviously appeals, bail reviews, depending on the county. So you'll have to look at all the different regions and the notices. The notices go on for pages and pages on the website, but the bottom line is the courts are back open in a limited way. It was very much paused this summer, the Superior Court, that is, and the Ontario Court of Justice. However, criminal lawyers were able to still take normal steps on files and move files, resolve cases, in some cases do guilty pleas. And now that the courts are open, I'm really hoping they can move the backlog of cases or there's going to be some huge delay problems. So anyway, that's an overview of that, and I encourage you to read the website, particularly as it applies to your case, or if you have a relative or friend in custody, you can read it for them and discuss it with them. But it's probably the best time there is to hire a lawyer with the deals going on, the delay issues. There's a lot of problems in the court system. But I will give a shout out to the government. I think they're doing a commendable job in making the limited number of courtrooms open in a safe manner with cleanliness, social distancing, and plexiglass. And really, they should be commended for doing that. And hopefully going forward, we can reopen more courtrooms in a safe way and get the backlog moving.